Before I get into this commentary, let me give a shout out to Trill, Texas FBA for sending it to me. And this story is coming out of California. Ironically, I was just there about a week or so ago, or over a week ago. But in this picture, you see a woman by the name of Jade Benning, and she basically pulled the ultimate, accuse a black man of whatever crime that she committed. So this woman, she killed her boyfriend over 26 years ago, back in 1996. And who did she blame? A black man. And they are just now charging and arresting her for the murder of her boyfriend because for so many years she's gotten away with that lie, which scares me considering what black man was targeted because of her lie. But let me go ahead and get into it. In 1996, a California woman named Jade Benning called 911 to say that a black man had forced his way into a Santa Ana apartment and stabbed her boyfriend, Christopher Harvey. When police arrived, according to media reports at the time, Benning told cops that she woke up at 3 a.m. to find her 22-year-old partner struggling with the intruder. She said she tried to save him, but was slashed in the hand. Harvey, who had several knife wounds in his torso, died at the hospital. Detectives told reporters that the homicide was likely a burglary gone tragically wrong, and no one was ever arrested. But 26 years later, authorities are telling a very different story about the cold case. Benning, who left California for Las Vegas and then moved to Texas after Harvey's death, has now been charged with killing him. According to a statement this week from Santa Ana police, investigators worked diligently to find Harvey's killer in 1996 but never cracked it. Then, in January 2020, police received an anonymous letter fingering Benning as the killer, and the case was reopened. After new forensic testing was conducted, detectives had enough evidence to charge her. The 48-year-old who owns a vintage clothing business was arrested in Austin. Santa Ana police did not say what evidence led them to charge Benning, who now faces extradition to California. Now, that's very interesting. But what I find interesting is that even though they mentioned that she blamed a black man in the title, they don't mention it at all in the article that is presented. But that's okay. They don't have to mention an article. The fact of the matter is that this woman did it. So hold on. Let me pull up a picture of her and her partner at the time. So as you can see right here, this is a picture of her and her boyfriend. Well, of course, it's a recent picture of her, and this is him most likely back in 1996, or the most recent picture that they could find of him, because clearly that's not today, as she murdered him back in 96. Kind of almost looks like a young Johnny Depp. So here we are yet again of a PC woman going around claiming a black man did something to her or to someone close to her. Same old BS, same old song and dance as usual. It never seems to fail, and it never seems to change. But like I said, the thing is, she got away with this lie for 26 years. 26 years. That means she's been gone on to be able to live her life and live it up, living her best life, knowing that she murdered her boyfriend in cold blood and then blamed it on a black man. Thank God they didn't have enough leads to just go out and randomly pick a random black man that they probably fit the description of what she gave. And you got to keep in mind, this was back in the 90s when that was very easy to get away with. Nowadays, it's not as easy because, as you can see, I recently did a video about a Mexican down in Texas who killed this woman and put her body in a box, in pieces, might I add, and then claimed a black man did it. But that story didn't hold up at all, and now he's currently in jail, which is where she's at right now. But people try to say systemic racism isn't a thing when you have stuff like this that still continues to happen today, even though what she did happened back in the 90s. But still, it still happens today in present time. If we're not accused of taking someone out, it's violation. If it's not violation, it's kidnapping. If it's not kidnapping, it's drugs. It's whatever they can try to put onto us that they think and hope that will stick. But I'm glad at the end of the day, a black man did not get hemmed up behind her lies, because that could have easily happened back then. And it has. That's the scariest part, because a lot of black men have lost their lives or have gone to jail behind a lie. Look at the Central Park Five. Look at all the black men that are in jail that got exonerated over something they didn't do, and they spend decades behind bars losing time with their family because of a lie. Because investigations weren't thoroughly done, or because they just needed someone to pin the crime on because they didn't feel like doing a thorough investigation, which is just very lazy at the end of the day, but very catastrophic for the person that is rotting in jail when they shouldn't be. And it's because of people like her. That's my take on it.